Thank you, Andrea. And congratulations to Nancy and Teresa and Sandra. You may know that Nancy is originally from New York, and I'm originally from Pennsylvania. So here we were, strangers in a strange land, wandering in a wilderness, and we had to learn to adapt to differences, shall we say, differences in terms of ideologies and idiosyncrasies, diets and dialects, and all other assorted quirks. And we adjusted, we struggled with it, and we figured things out, I think, and came to some kind of an understanding. Because the reality is, New Yorkers and Pennsylvanians don't really understand each other all that well. New Yorkers, for example, look across the river and say, Pennsylvania's somewhere in the western wastelands beyond the Hudson. And Pennsylvanians, in contrast, well, we're divided from New Yorkers by a great gulf. It's called New Jersey. But nonetheless, we adjusted and we came to terms, and Nancy was, for nearly all of the time, all of the 15 years that I was dean, she was my colleague, she was my assistant, she was all the things that you could ask for and imagine a strong right hand. Now, Nancy has a few annoying habits. For one thing, she's kind of she's sly. That is to say, you'd say, Nancy, could you do something? And she would be inclined to say, I've already done it. And she didn't complain a whole lot, and she didn't complain out loud a whole lot. She kind of accepted the things that I couldn't quite figure out and say, Nancy, could you do this? And she would get it done. We won't disclose my technological shortcomings. That's our secret. But what we need to remember is how much Nancy did for the college. As Andrea says, she made sure we got our paychecks, which is probably the most important thing. She processed all the HR and personnel documents and our travel documents. I mean, she really processed a lot of paper, and as we switched into digital records, she processed a lot of digits too. We probably don't say thank you often enough, and we probably don't say thank you to all of you often enough, but I want to thank Nancy for being a wonderful colleague. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. I hope I'm not expected to say anything. No, just thank you everyone for coming. I'm the strong silent type, so I don't go into these speeches, but thank you very much for all coming.